So now please, everyone please stand up. Bow. Good morning everyone, my name is Bowen and you can call me Teacher Bowen. And now please have a seat. Have a seat please. But before we get right into the class, there are several questions for you guys. You guys ready? Let's go. So next class we'll have to talk about erosion, transportation, and deposition. Now, please talk about how well the erosion occurred. So what kind of position or condition will erosion occur? An answer? Team? In the upper of the river, that's right. And move on to the next question is, what kind of position or condition will transportation occur? Susan? In the mid part of the river, that's right. And the third question is, what kind of condition or position will the position occur? Any answers? Slimy? In the lower part of the river, that's right. And before we get right into the class, today we'll have to complete a mission of drawing a picture of the river. But before we get right into the mission, we'll have to know two kinds of unique characteristics of the river. So first of all, it is, as I mentioned earlier, there are three parts of the river. So it is the upper of the river, the mid of the river, and also the lower part of the river. So the first part is the upper of the river. So the first point is the terrain is steep. That means the slope is steep. Now second point is the river is narrow and also the flow of water is rapid. Move on to the next point is the mid part of the river. So compared to the upper part of the river, the mid part of the river, the terrain is relatively gently, that's right. And the river is relatively wide, that's right. And also the water is relatively gently, that's right. Move on to the last point of the river is the lower part of the river. And anyone wants to try about entering the lower part of the river? Susan? So the terrain of the lower part of the river is the most gently, that's right. And the river is the widest, that's right. And also the water is the most gently, that's right. So it is the first part, the first unique characteristic of the river. And the second part is the convex bank and the concave bank. So what kind of position or condition will convex bank or concave bank occur? So now initially, the river looks like this. So the river goes from the top to straight forward to the bottom. So river flows from the top to the bottom. And now, because we have to talk about the erosion, the transportation, the deposition. So if the flow of water started to erode the right side of the river, that means the second picture will be like this. Because the right side of the river has been eroded by the water at the upper of the river. And we have to complete the picture. So eventually, the river will look like like this. So now the convex bank and concave bank occur. So where is the convex bank? Here or here? A or B? B, that's right. So here it is the convex bank. And now the second part of it is the concave bank. So it is right here, that's right. So because the erosion and the position of the river, so it will occur, the convex bank and the concave bank will occur. Get it? Excellent. Now we'll have 3 groups, so each group will have to draw the picture of the river, but the picture has to make sense. That means we'll have to include erosion, transportation, and the position, and also the upper, mid, the lower part of the river, and also we have to include the convex bank and the concave bank in our picture. So now each group will have 25 minutes to draw the picture. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! 3, 2, 1, time's up! Now, the picture of these 3 groups are here, and we're going to have a look at it. So group A, the description and the picture are here. So group A, the terrain of the upper of the river is steep, and also the river is narrow, and also the flow of water is rapid. And the mid part of the river compared to the upper part of the river is relatively gently. The river is relatively wide, and also the flow of water is relatively gently. And last but not least, it is the lower part of the river. The terrain is the most gently, and the river is the widest, and also the flow of water is the most gently. And group A has included the convex bank and also the concave bank. So group A, the answer is perfect, right? Now move on to group B. Group B states that the upper part of the river is, the terrain is the most gently. So we say that river is widest, and also the flow of water is the most gently. The description of the upper part of the river is the opposite way of the lower part. So we'll have to change it from upper to lower, and your description will be right. So group B, your answer is incorrect, but your answer is good. Nice try, group B. Now move on to group C. The terrain of the upper river is steep, the river is narrow, and also the flow of water is rapid. Move on, the next point is the mid part of the river compared to the upper part is the terrain is relatively gently, river is relatively wide, and also the flow of water is relatively gently. Last but not least, it is the lower part of the river, and the terrain is the most gently, and river is widest, and also flow of water is the most gently. And the convex and concave bank, group C, you draw a picture like this. So it is the incorrect answer. So actually we'll have to have convex bank and the concave bank of the river. So it will actually be like this. So this is the correct answer. So group C, in our nature lives. Now please close your book and please review and recite after returning home. Next class we're going to have a slow quiz and now you guys can have a 10 minutes of break.